idea to get aggressive through that smoke. They've gone. Miori's got a bit of a challenge on her hand. She will lose that fight. Players ready at the door to support, wanting to swing out with a paranoia perhaps, but the space hasn't been committed to just yet. G2 are waiting for a push to come in, and that's exactly what they get here on middle. But it's a whole lot of players, and the utility might send them back in the other direction, but they've equalized early on.
This leaves the C site with a pretty vast opening. Rescue to lead the charge, and CGX already looking to try and set up for that retake. Mentioned it, there's going to be a lot of defensive aggression when it comes to the compositions that they're running, but it's definitely not going to be an easy task if that fails. Retake is going to be tough.
No, there's a challenge, but at least they kept that paranoia over on that attack side, ready to fire it out. The nade already landed. That's going to completely delay the stun, countered out by that utility thrown.
Good
in
use
fact,
of utility.
Might catch them. There it is. There's a big wall in the way, so no wall bangs to come through, but they've got the information. And for GX losing another player, now having to push out of a smoke up against two players holding. It's
that was clean, man. Very clean.
It's time to take it back.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Taking down Miori, A site under threat. It's opened wide. And they can just walk straight in. B site triple stack up from the side of GX. And just now, as the drone is being sent through, it might just make it far enough to spot the player in the corner. And yeah, Vanya's going to be in some danger. A lot of danger, in fact. The reveal.
Yo, man. Where's the HUD, bro?
Advantage now for GX, but they are going to have to retake the A site. And there's a lot of weapons that they're up against.
And they have the utility.
This is going to be tough for G2.
Like setting up with
Amy needs to try to do something, but she's low HP.
Amy low on HP is going to attempt to just find an off angle. Did find it for a second, but isn't able to
She
get
had the chance.
Will have to be the fallback into more passive positions. Mimi, though, still fighting strong, but the trade will be immediate. Keeping that advantage with GX and a wraparound coming in from behind. The paranoia.
Oh, that's good. That's a great flash. I moved 3. sorry.
Though, Petra isn't going to be able
Yeah,
to take
that was a good round.
Know that if it comes down to a 4v4 retake, if you don't catch a player mid, they'll still have the utility to do it. And that's a pick from Miori towards the A site. Rubble congestion completely shut down.
Oh, she's caught in the net. They're hurt. Rescue's going to go in for the battle. And that removes Jolina. There is an immediate response from Nest to at least reclaim the ground. And Sarah as well with a pincer.
Sarah, 5 HP.
This is constant pressure from GX, and Sarah thriving within these battles.
Oh my god, bro. Yo.
It's going to leave.
On Pacific Ascension Grand Finals was the same thing,
She's done this before, but they are ready. They're expecting someone to try and make a move, and now Mimi.
1v3.
One of the more experienced players.
The legendary player,
has
Mimi.
to fight versus 3, but look at the way GX already going to build up. They're going to take this one as a full unit.
The utility's already in the back, starting to narrow down the angles that they have to clear. Mimi, here's the steps, here's the stun, but doesn't land the first shots, and now they know where she is. Smurfette closing it out, and well, that'll be 2-2.
No, they've been putting the work in. And they are looking to play that unorthodox, aggressive style. Mimi.
Jax is looking good here. Oh my god, they fix it! Thanks God.
And with her death, revives the HUD.
Yeah,
oh my, that's amazing.
For working on that.
What up, Mitch?
Thank you. Yes, it was difficult to watch the game and solve it, but you know, not many people are as talented as me. Looking at this, GX, 3-2 like we said. Defensive side, 5-player retake. Flash already there. Rescue's gone down below. 100 Fury's caught for one burst. Not the second. She's still alive.
She's alive?
Taking names while the nade blocks the rest
How?
of the crew. Jolina slips down below and now is in a bit of trouble herself. This is a disaster with a showstopper landed. Rescue shouldn't be alive right
yeah,
now.
that's true.
Somehow she's dictating the pace of the end of the round. Finally, she'll meet her demise in Jolina.
One bullet.
One bullet not gonna land. Goes for the reload, being hunted right around the corner. And Amy's there to seal the deal. Ness having to get it done and will not find the first. G2 get away with murder, 3-3. The only downside, this is where GX are waiting. Prowler didn't catch the player in the
man, 5v2, and look how they're playing. Oh, but they never check left, man. What's up with these professional players?
Put a real dent in this round. It comes down to
oh, I think it's because she used the utility there, right?
That nearly goes the other way. Well, that's the thing, right? You sort of make your bed and you lie in it, but as these rounds go on,
showstop for Rusk.
It's going to start to eat away. Rescue, big found already.
Oh my god.
Rescue seems unstoppable.
Cheers, man.
For GX, certainly feels that way.
Not just today.
Finally, she's put to bed.
HP.
5 HPs all Miori gets away with, and still, when you deal with rescue eventually, there's only the entirety of G2.
Yeah. It's more just the silence that's being created. You're kind of expecting some sort of aggressive push.
That's
and already
unlucky.
the swing back out. It's actually Rescue going in on the other side. They've had to switch up where that Hunter's Fury was going. It was a misread. The expectation of them going in that other direction, because the Duelist was seen running in towards that C site. It was a ruse sold by G2, and now they have the post plan they wanted all along.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Even having the TP to anchor to go back to B,
I don't
but
like
Miori
position.
falling might not be the end of the round. They've dropped Vanya, opened up some space towards the site, needed to be wary of EMEA on Rubble, and they've done just that. Put her in a box, took her out, they know where both players are. This is starting to look up for GX with just one player standing between them and a firing squad awaiting that swing. GX are back on the board. Pressure will still be applied on the other side. Amy left for the late flank while Rescue falls immediately. TP through from Vanya, gets some space. Spike hasn't gone in just yet. They're still stalling him, but 3 players stacked up here. This could be dangerous, but they don't realize that Vanya's in. It could have been a second kill, but finally, they've realized just where she is. They're aware.
Okay, man. 7 to 5 is good for GX.
Forward into the pistol round, an important place to get that momentum on your side. Because if G2 start, it's going to be difficult to stop them.
Oh, they've got a trap. A nasty trap. Petra in the corner. It's not been cleared, but even still, the 1-for-1 trade. Then again,
He's just too good, man. Just too good.
Right place, right time. And with the shots to double up, she's not going to be overwhelmed.
Just too good, my friend. Look at this beautiful crowd.
The defender of the A site, and she finds 4 for it.
Look, even one player, especially if their name is Rescue, having a rifle, means that it's not a free round. The side of G2 will be fighting, and it's a paranoia to let Rescue push straight through for more! She just
Yo, I love that.
Stop.
Woo! She almost got it.
It's only a lack of ammunition that puts it to bed.
That's so low, man. What a beautiful
HP
setup.
on Ness.
And Resk is so good, man.
They had weaknesses. Sure, not a lot of them, but
What a pick by
with
G2.
Rescue, there is no weakness. It just can't be found.
That's gonna save this. No money. This is game, actually.
Ness with a tough task.
This is gonna be tough for
42
GX now.
HP.
Okay, she's going.
Not a lot of positives. Waiting on a crossfire, it needs to be a 1-2 punch, and it's a 0. The deadly duo in and out of the server are the ones they have to face off against with far weaker weaponry, and while
Get days. Get days.
slaughter.
2 bots.
Players down to Petra, and while it leaves Sarah and Jolina with a task again that just comes down to damage. The chance of you winning this is nigh on impossible. I think we'd be looking at the VOD for years to come as to how G2 lost against 2 pistols with 4 rifles, a showstopper,
Nah, ain't happening.
and no ground taken.
This
would be
G2
stunning.
doesn't lose rounds like
But if they
this,
can
never.
take a couple of kills, maybe get themselves
Some
a
teams
block
do.
and some extra
Not
credits,
G2.
alt orbs, you name it. That would be nice. And well, there you go, at least 1 for Jolina. I thought this was going to be another flawless, and that's a tasty shot.
But that was nice.
This is Petra's round.
Notice that B site hit. We've seen this before from GX. Success on the B site. Lots of utility primed and ready. Stun, paranoia, nade will go in and blast packs with it. They'll take this space quickly. Even a
Nice foul for
reveal,
Petra.
and it gets them all the control they could possibly wish for.
Russ will showstopper as
Showstopper
well.
fired out. It is just used for the crowd control, but buying space is all that it needed to do. On the other side, Rescue, not quite the same story. She'll go down in a trade with Sarah's utility. And in the meantime, Smurfette gets up close, ready. But Petra will catch her with this ultimate. They'll find the information one way or another, knowing just how close she is. The swing in catches them by surprise.
That's one, that's good.
Still, with a 3 versus 2, the numbers traded back by Petra. She's got more to do. Haunt in the open, finding Ness, but Ness finds the kill. GX 4 behind, but catching up.
Smurfette is one of them. On her day, she is the best of the best.
Well, she's going to have to be activated
Yeah, Smurfette's
here
a
for
good
the rest
one.
of these rounds.
What do we want to say? I
There was
miss
a
you.
big risk about to be taken, but she's made the right call. Hunter's Fury put through, knowing there's a player close, but it finds not a whole lot, nothing. In fact, sends them back, Rolling Thunder. Catches the players on B. Paranoia used it. It slows them. It stops them capitalizing on the Rolling Thunder. That's a beautiful counter of utility. And for Vanya, well worth the investment. Now our teammates can fight back for that space they lost, but they won't win the duels. Sarah stepping up against her former squad, taking down two, and G2 have Mimi on the site. A nasty little spot in the corner.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Cleared. GX are on their game right now.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, Jensen is on the game.
Ultimately a failure, but the way that
G2,
they managed to recover
good cows to save those weapons.
Double once again, and
no money.
we've seen this a few times now where Amy's just kind of stuck out. Her site has not been pressured or
And
pushed.
it will be 11-9.
It's been quiet. I think she might have gotten one or two, but that is it.
This webcams, we cannot see the players.
Hell of a slowdown. We knew it had to happen eventually. You can't play on that kind of form all day long, or no one else gets a chance to lift trophies. Amy has a little bit of a battle brewing towards that B site, and the rotation from Mimi's coming in to support. Rescue finally shows up.
Man.
2 players taken down. Will it be
It's
enough?
unbelievable how good she is.
Being delayed. These players decayed, will get their health back soon. They're taking their moment to try to strike back. Seizing control towards the spawn, pushing further in. No, they decide to go back. The spike can't go walkabouts in the spawn. It has to be planted on the site. It's Sarah's time to do that, and this is going to leave 2 players unable to help, unable to assist, and provide that coverage. Smurfette, the swing on the stun. They go for it. They don't want to just plant with the numbers disadvantage.
Yo, Jack's looking good here. 3v3.
Now, 3v3.
Smurfette is low HP.
And they've still got to be careful. There's a second player around that position.
Oh,
but
this
again,
is huge. This is
not
the round. This is the round.
Not going to sit pretty. Amy, though, quick enough to correct. The second player being...
Help me, help me.
Support from Mimi as well. This leaves Smurfette, leader of the squad, one of the leaders in the server, but this is a lot to ask of her, and it's going to be the one and done after a streak of rounds, double digits found.
Mappy point per G2, my friend. Good game, man. Good first map. I want to see OT.
Online, Rescues is probably the one alongside Sarah's that you'd focus on. One away, and with orbs to be found, that Rolling Thunder will be available to them. Again, this 1-2 punch of Petra alongside Rescue. Petra's going alone, going for the fight, and she gets an isolated jaw. I would have thought there'd be a look for a trade, but they were trying to set up the ultimate instead. She's going to use the C's, stuns being...
Yeah, that's game, I think.
Be the beginning of the end as they
that's game.
Take this before it's even begun. Rescue with another...
Yo, she doesn't die, bro!
She started...
GG!
Phenomenal showing from this youngster on the stage. We worried for a second that maybe she wouldn't be there on LAN. That didn't last long at all.
It looked alright.
Beautiful trophy.
Yeah, this is a squad that we know is likely to take this one 3-0. That's what we talk about at home.
Yo, Valorant should be played on LAN every time, every game.
Much more than I think most people expected to see on map 1. Double digits achieved, as you said.
This stage played it a couple of times, won both again. Teams not getting to double digits, but
the two is good on this map as well.
I feel like the last map proved that that's irrelevant. Rescue already will be shut down, the hero of the last map. We saw it when she went missing for a bit, so did G2. When she came back, well, the game ended already.
Good luck, Mimi.
Player advantage for that side of GX. Mimi trying to dance around the site, but it will only be the one.
Keeping it to a 2v4. Low HP on Smurfette. Jolina tagged up a little bit. Hey, it's an uphill battle, but well, G2, they've made this hike before.
Oh my god.
The damage is well dispersed. This is starting to shape up in a manageable way. The only thing is, Amy's quite far behind.
This is very hard.
That position might get her some value. The recon to start with, though, destroyed, giving away the position. And now, GX should have all the info to work with. Late elbow play, time ticking away. This is going to be too far done, and because they've not seen contact, Smurfette's gone walkabouts. She's on the flank, and now big kills needed, and quickly for G2 to have a chance. They land nothing.
Side the trip, and then the other two dedicated to Biggie. And with that side of the map not
what's
being
happening? It's lagging a little bit.
FC leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, my game was like this
There's a lot of knowledge
a few days ago.
Right now.
Was freezing. Anyone else is having this problem?
You have that knowledge for sure. But the paranoia, the reveal on the backside, that's causing problems. Up comes Biori, big swing, but she's dropped. Vanya there for 2, still holding strong with the spike.
I love Vanya. She's so good, man.
Secured. It's Ness to do it.
Always a pleasure to watch her play.
To drop and an ace to avoid Vanya. She's gonna want it, but she's low HP.
Yo, go get her. Go get her. Get this. In grand finals, epic.
This one taper out with some of the other players, but Vanya, I'm not sure what that flash was. Vanya's got a chance, but the chance is stolen away by Rescue still.
It's trying to put something in the minds of G2, and it has not worked. There are still
Can't
three
try to get
players
the one there.
ready and waiting already.
Oh, there's a
one-way
good smoke.
place. This is now a really difficult
Time is so low. What can they do?
The stun is perfect.
Yo, they kick way too much here.
Execution, a complete clean.
They got destroyed.
Advantage to not a single kill found.
Yo, the fundamentals and protocols by for G2 man, is the best game changers, in my opinion.
Sheriffs, an SMG, and a Bucky to try to take control of B site. The scary thing is they've got it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've seen Bucky clips with a Neon. I've not seen them with a Cypher pushing aggressively, but clearly Miori's been practicing. That advantage doesn't last for long. Aftershock holding them back, buying time. They've still got more in this round.
Oh my god.
But ResQ's quick on the clear. And now
okay, 5 HP, 42, Patra, 5 HP.
In the post.
Yeah, this is where the trouble begins. Fact is, they've only got 3 sheriffs, so spamming is not their forte. Straight through the smoke. At least it's a narrow angle to spam on, and a player walked through the smoke for the advantage. Defuse have, but they've not been able to get it across the line, and Rolling Thunder delays the time, starting to tick away. The pressure on for G2.
Oh my god.
Nothing. GX.
Thrifty.
Lead away with a pay safeguard. Thrifty. Let's have a democratic conversation about it. You're about to throw away a piece of utility if it doesn't.
Yo, today I vote, by the way.
Down. Or at least you'll have let them down.
Talking about
it worked out last time, let's say, because this time it's G2 with a 2-player advantage off rip.
Do your part, my friends.
One, but it only serves as a trade.
It's important to vote, you know?
Versus 2.
In my country, you have to actually have no other choice. There you go, there you go.
But that kill is worth its weight in gold. ResQ up top, about to be faced by 2, and the big swing from GX gets him a big round. Plant can now be secured, and it's only Vanya. Risky statement. Only Vanya to take him down.
Nice.
Yeah, only the player who has been consistently top 1 or top 2 in EMEA. Even
if there's one player in the world who can win this, it's her, Vanya.
Even still, these sort of clutches are never
Oh, the paranoia there, the paranoia there.
Against a duo that has worked together for such a long time. She's isolated the battle.
Yo, get half?
To the 1 versus 1.
I was get half, right?
Already getting it up, it needs to let go, and it's 11 HP that makes the difference. But that's enough finesse. Interfere, and with the Sheriffs now pushing, it is going to be a bloodbath.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder here. What?
That Rolling Thunder almost seems worthless because Amy and Vanya have combined to kill him.
What the fuck just happened?
Wiped down with an
the Aura man. They got afraid of the Rolling Thunder. They didn't even know.
In the entirety of this stage.
Both of us with ult. 4-4.
Other than that, there isn't a good place for them to go. This was their best bet. This was their best hope at getting a map. They did well in the last. And Jolina's already done well in this round, giving them an advantage.
Was that
we go to map number 5.
Backside grabs 2 kills. Petra in the
wait overtime.
Hunter's Fury. Well, it comes at the cost of her life. GX. They've got site control. They've got everything lined up for them with this late flank as well. If Amy goes down, it's basically done. That trap now broken. They know there's a flanker underway. That means they know there's only 3 on site, and sites are definitely set forward. Vanya coming around the back, catches Jolina.
To claim, man.
ResQ had already closed out the round.
Couple away from Sarah's ultimate once again. We saw the impact it could have when they had a low buy last time around, so I wouldn't be too worried. And actually, I don't know how Miori's managed to bypass all of Amy's utility without her noticing.
The Cypher player, bro.
A gap left there. A mistake from
know what she's doing.
That has been punished. Post plant in now. Sarah is 1 away from her ultimate. The same scenario we saw before. A single kill will do it for her.
Look at how quickly they're burning utility. Why was that flash used? You have to think if you're on G2.
Yo, Sarah went away from the Rolling Thunder.
This
is a dangerous round.
It's because Jolene is on the front.
What?
They just wanted to delay as long as they could. So Jolene could strike. There's the kill and a weapon to be retrieved.
Did
the whole squad now from G2 coming in from 1 angle, and GX are ready for it. Paranoia is being deployed. Diffuse is on.
No way. Oh my god, dude. You cannot yo, man.
Right under their nose as well.
A large amount of rounds going in a row for G2. They did this last map as well, where it just seemed like the game was starting to slip away from GX, and that champion's mentality always there for G2. Down, never out, and also most of the time not down by much. Another attempted post plant. The retakes from G2 have looked unstoppable. Don't have ults to play with, excluding that from the shadows that might be able to get them some information, but they're going to know this is the classic post-spawn with a wraparound from Sarah.
Yeah, that's Sarah's late play, but they are ready for it, just like you said. Big stun as well, ready for the fight inside lane. There's nothing that G2 haven't accounted for here.
The retake is so beautiful.
And no one left to stop it. It is 8-4 at the halftime. G2 with a statement victory in some of these rounds. For G2, B site will be taken, but GX are quickly sending one player to flank. The problem is Cypher is still alive, so the trap has to give away the fact that the flanker's underway. Here we go, big swing from Mimi, nothing found. Smurfette's got B main control. Now a friend as well as Jolina groups up. G2 look for control elsewhere. They'll take market, and they've taken it over. For now, the numbers stay even, but Jolina causing headaches has dropped Petra backside, being crunched on. Rescue, 1 HP. Already found a kill, looking for more in the spawn. It's dangerous. Any bullet could take her down, and it's a headshot to do it. Amy trying to even numbers up, and with 7 HP, Jolina survives. Miori thrives. Around for
FPS
GX
problem,
here with
for
the
sure.
pistol. Yeah, the mid fights have been good for GX so far, at least when it's fighting down mid. Let's see how up top. Nice up close and cozy is going to go. There's 4 players ready. There's a flash fired through, but they're very hesitant to commit deep to that control. Still have traps up either side of the map, but nothing to work with. No players embedded. This is just a blob of death moving towards the B site, which is going past 2 players in spawn, through 2 players on the site. I mean, their work is cut out for them, but Jolina and Ness full. Spawn and site dealt with. Smurfette still lurking around. Still looking to cause problems. The head peek's good. Amy caught putting her cam down. Now on the other side, Smurfette looks for a little bit more. A lot more, in fact. That could have been a 4K in this round. Instead, it's a 2v2 retake. Still winnable for GX.
She's given her teammates a chance. The fights from G2 were impeccable, but falling to Smurfette has left this one with an opportunity. Mimi wrapping around the back, but it's expected by Sarah. A solid read from the ex-teammate.
1 kill Hazard.
May just meet the same fate. It's close.
Oh,
but it's
so
Miori
close
to find out that trade. GX, a 7th round, continue their climb back towards
close game again.
Lead of the Turkish Stars. Rescue would be the one to try and lead the charge as always, but there is a lot of defensive players already on this A site. 4 of them, in fact, waiting for this push to come in. Rolling Thunder will lead the charge. Rescue, it's perfect again.
I want to see Rescue versus Fleur.
She'll knock him down. She goes hunting for a little bit more. That's guns to be retrieved as well for the other members of G2, as there looks to be a response. An attempted swing from Ness is countered. And now kept out by the smoke. This is not going to be an easy retake. Already pop flash through, but it's just too easy for G2. 1 player standing. Potential for a flawless and a low round. Jolina at least stops that. But
5 HP.
3 to find. Good luck. Yeah, it is unfortunately not going to get done this time. The big swing confirms. 10-7. G2. I mean, that previous round, if you're sat on GX, you've got to be disappointed.
Yeah, man. Signed them. Very good team.
It really does need to be here. Abyss has not been a friendly face for GX, and I don't think G2 have lost it since it's been put into the pool.
Yo, that's actually true. This could be 2-0.
Close. Even Kuripuya, I think, was one of should be on one of the teams that made it very close. But taking the win is a different story up against this squad on every map. 11-7, disadvantage with Rescue down. Again, the tip of the spear going in. She will fall sometimes. Bounce off the armor. But instead, there's always that second wind to it. The attack side grouped up. I like Vanya's spot. The fact there's players baiting for her on default as well, but the reveal has very much put an end to that plan. G2 still winning the fights afterwards. The trades coming in droves as Petra sneaks around the side, catches the angle, knows that Ness is just around the corner. And it's put to bed with 5 chances to close out this map. A strong one for G2.
That's nice,
the sun
man.
may be setting on this series, and a dark night awaits ahead in the Abyss.
Good father.
Yeah, a few pieces missing. No high-value ults online from the get-go. Rolling Thunder will be retrieved, though. That's something at least. The retake looks a hell of a lot more deadly. But also with pressure potentially going to come in onto Smurfette. I don't know if she's actually been revealed. That could be an opportunity for her to strike, and it's actually aiming to go down for it.
Oh, okay.
Take that. I love just seeing you die, not gonna lie.
A peek from Ness, though, could be risky. What a shot! That was a headshot down to 10 HP for Mimi. Well, this one looked like it was under threat with the double peek on mid, but now a triple peek on mid from GX.
Good luck.
Is putting Rescue in the bin.
Yo, look at this
She's
engine,
managed
bro.
to somehow make it out of there.
Disgusting.
They haven't got control of a site. Jolene is not offering it up.
Low HP tagged up. This is a round that at this stage almost
Yeah,
looks
this should be impossible for the two to
unlosable.
win.
Petra looks to lead the way, the only healthy player, and it is falling apart. Left all on to Mimi. She clutches this one.
No, bro. Impossible.
Because I just don't think there's
No
any
time, no
recovery,
time.
but
She has time? I would
seconds,
believe.
there is no chance, and
Because it's Mimi.
even looking to try and
A
hold her
legend.
down. Remove those extra guns. There are a few players with slightly lower economy.
Yo, I want to
on that
see
G2 side,
one
so
day
it's
the
really
Hall of
cool
Fame,
help
bro, in
side
Valorant,
of
you know?
GX.
And Mimi should be there for sure.
Mimi very much out of there.
Go through util and try and fight them, and Jolena already under some serious pressure.
I like this name.
We'll hold on to her life, though.
They're not worried about the right side mid.
Oh, no.
Eventually a smoke goes down as the push comes in, and Petra opening it up onto Jolene. Damage done on Smurfette, stunned, catching her after. Swing in from Rescue is perfect, and the ult activated to cause problems. Sure, she'll go down, but she's done her job.
I think that's a game, bro. Yo, man, this could be 3-0, dude. It's very likely to be 3-0, actually.
Just a flash left for Sarah that they can put stock into. It's not like you're going to look at it, save it for the next round.
GX.
It's do or die, and it looks like GX's decision is
like
made for them as G2.
You know?
4 versus 1. 1-0 up in maps. We're about to secure.
Yo, go check the grand finals, my friends.
And have 3
That was insane.
maps.
One of the best ever.
Only need to take one
SPG
off. This is a
versus
terrifying prospect for GX, and one that's
GG.
just being realized. 2-0.
Look at how they played.
There's a reason
How they do it?
that myself and Billy have a lot of confidence in this team, and I'm sure many, many people watching at home. It has always been undesirable to play up against them in any point of the tournament, but when there's a trophy on the line, when you head to the LAN stage, there are few with more experience or talent than the people currently on the stage. We'll be back after the break to see if G2 and already taking down the...
Man, I have a terrible hangover, not gonna lie to you.
This G2 roster, Rescue being gone is definitely a good sign for them in this pistol.
Oh, there's the shots traded.
Okay.
The advantage won't be taken back by G2 just yet. They have managed to thread the needle with Amy. And this is a blind side for now in that defense. Add to that the fact there's players coming up close in main to go to the utility. This is where problems could start to brew. Miori, the only player to defend on that side of the map. And in fact, in spawn just now, the fight is about to go down. There's the lurk up by Amy, but now she's been spotted, not yet dealt with, but the kills go
No time.
way, and
That's
no
round.
for this spike to be planted without dealing with Miori. Well, they've done that. Perhaps now Vanya's got enough time. Indeed, she'll slip away. Damage done to
Yo, it's
Jolene.
actually Vanya, man. She can win this.
But difficult.
Yeah, or out of utility.
If you want to win this, GG.
It's going to come down to the firefights and looking to try and play this one together. Smurfette will close as she began. 3 kills for her in the pistol round.
Good for her.
Especially on that jet.
Smoke will soon go down. Can Smurfette get ahead of it? No, not quite. A step through here is a risk, but a risk taken. The reward not quite. Movement error comes into play. Deep flash.
Good save.
Jolene is not caught. Well, eventually she is, I suppose. A 4v4 bruise.
Where's the cans?
Sarah first on the scene, but again, sectioned off. Can remove the utility, but also get some information. Knows there's a couple of players at the back of sight.
Oh my. Oh, the timing. The timing.
Chance to get both. Petra caught out and her teammate goes down for it, but these post plants are still difficult to break. Smurfette was honed in on the angle, but has been forced to look away. Utility being broken, and it's seeming like they're already waiting to try and bait in a player. The problem is Amy's utility can still cause them issues. Smurfette holding, but it's actually a missed shot. It won't matter in the end. It will be GX to confirm that retake.
On Jolena tagged up from the Hunter's Fury, and Ness still with full utility to work with. Now a problem. Mimi's about to break through.
Wait for the distraction. Go, 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 go!
That's a mistake. Timing perfect for Mimi. She heard the sound cue.
Yeah, that's round. We gotta save this up. Cannot lose it.
From Smurfette finally joins the round.
Oh my god, if they lose here, it's gonna be tough, man. Losing the Alp and the ult? I hate when that happens.
I'm gonna scrap the Blades, the first to find their target. Miori's already walking through. She's just sending it up from the top right.
Gotta save the Alp. We gotta save the Alp. We gotta save the Alp. 1v3.
Yeah, it definitely looked a little bit more disjointed. It's a shame as well because Vanya is so desperately low, but now Smurfette, it has to creep into her.
It's so sad. They invested the Blades. You want to play.
Bringing that operator through. Don't know where any of the players are.
You just want to play.
Isolate the battle, and that's the thing.
Yeah, go save.
Again, we give credit where it's due to G2 is the second they find a big enough advantage, they're out.
Can she? Look at Petra.
Notice. No potential to even bring back this round, but
put on Petra.
That's definitely one that's got to be
you observer. Come on, bro. Okay, that's my part of the thing.
Now the same for Vanya, and the pressure's going to be put onto the IGL once again. Plenty of targets is what she can get away with. Actually using their own utility to shroud herself and re-peek around. The angles being...
Oh, she plays this round so well.
And another to her name.
And no money for G2.
On it. Could create a pretty terrifying force.
Here. There's a lot of information.
This is great.
I saw the flash.
Oh, be careful, be careful, be careful.
No, and out in the open it's used. Luckily, lots of players come funneling through that choke point to take the duels alongside, around the backside. A sneaky play by Rescue, who keeps on going! 3 kills under her belt, and Smurfette with an op in her hand and a lockdown keeping her far away. Might start to think.
Rescue ain't so calm, man. The adjustments that she does is
some players don't have a
very
ton
nice.
of cash, and well, the operator's certainly worth
to have got themselves another fantastic coach. Smurfette looking to try and again bring things into her own hands. An opportunity.
No one died?
Waiting. She's hit the tag onto Petra. It's a little bit of extra damage, but now that ultimate is in play again for Rescue. The combination. They needed Petra to be able to try and find this extra damage. She hasn't got the kill, but Rescue has claimed the site.
First was a little low, Smurfette around the side, but down to the...
You're kidding me, bro.
Vanya had to pick up a second, and she's down to 20 HP.
Yo, winnable.
Oh, that one is going to require a little bit of a breath on the side of G2, but certainly a sigh of relief can be emitting from them right now. They've managed to put the numbers back in their favor. They've managed to get the plant as well. You'd love to have, especially EMEA in this post-plant scenario, the impact of a Gravwell seen earlier on. Now they have to rely on more conventional methods. Defuse to start with has been was tapped, not halved. They came off immediately to look for this aggression that seems to have caught them off guard, at least for the first. Darts up and over already. As Ness hears them landing behind, she'll go in and try to tap this defuse again.
No.
Reveal, gets put into play, taps it again, swing, taps it again, and the clock just keeps on running. Ness grabs that kill, but it doesn't matter. The clock's already decided the conclusion, 6-5. Deep push.
Okay.
She's gone into their spawn.
Oh
right
my
up
god.
To Mid, and Sarah, well, she had no idea. The timing was perfect, the thread of a needle. Now G2 set their sights on A.
Oh, that's amazing. Love it, just sit there.
A
lot of times, no one checking the position.
And this rotation,
that's why G2 is the best in the world, man.
Is in the right direction.
It's just, the thing is, it's the same again. Vanya gets so many kills and so many orbs that you're going to go in with the ultimate. You're going to be there revealing the player, so the surprise factor is gone. You know where she is. Still done incredibly well. Miori did what she could, and the rifle of Ness in combination with her util.
Nice, 1v2.
Still standing. A 1 versus 2. Spike not planted, but Vanya
one away from her ult as well.
Playing this one patiently, not wanting to give her anything, and now knowing exactly where she is, they can look to try and get onto the side, but Ness is in front of that utility. Timmy the turret, spotting her.
Yeah, that was up play. Good reaction by G2. This thing is too good, man.
It's a half win once again for G2.
You know, some of the players who played on the GC stage, this is in front of one of the biggest crowds that they will have played in front of. So there's a lot on the line, and you're looking at that trophy. It's drawing your eye every time you look away from your screen. Close fight for Vanya, and she'll get one. It's not the full set, but it's something to start with for GX.
Okay.
Some fight to this. 2 versus 4 now.
We got a game.
And a flank even underway. This looks set to be a GX pistol. Another GX pistol.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Has to be.
A lot of things
Otherwise,
have
GG.
gone well for them, but pistols definitely have. And while it's left all on to Petra. Again,
I just hope, my friends.
getting to double digits doesn't win anything.
No. Maybe pride, that's about it. Here come the tweets.
Oh my
G2.
god. Yo, bro.
Don't
save the draft.
Put the pen down.
You did it together?
It's happened.
One.
There's nothing we can do.
Breathe. Breathe. The wise
Breathe.
man once
Everybody
said,
breathe.
Woosah.
I question him. Well, I kind of just have the sight. No one's really challenged me, but they look like they're willing to give
Oh
this
my
one up.
god.
Smurfette, maybe low.
Yo, winning this round is huge.
Managing to catch out a second player.
Mine is low HP.
Amy and Rescue down. This is now a
Last
great
one
opportunity
on
for
Petra.
GX to take the lead. They've just got to make sure they don't overextend, because this post plant is a given.
Smurfette, that's a chance for G2 to pull it back. Landed, I mean, what was a headshot, but didn't need to be. Solo entry on 4 HP.
Miss on the flank, but she's low.
Her job. Now it's on the rest of the squad to close this one out.
She can get one max.
Prime for this retake. Still the utility there on Vanya to rob them of their sight. The flank up by Mimi catches Miori. Now pressure applied to someone like Jolina up in the window. Not really in a position to stop that defuse. Vanya from the top rope spotted one down below, and it's a little awkward. It's labored, but it gets there in the end. Cove goes up, spam from Jolina. Reload needed. It's already halved. Now it's close to taking
she's stopping the defuse.
That spam was so desperately close on 11
Oh
HP.
my god, she stopped it. She could have defused it.
But Jolina snatches it from her hands.
Much needed.
She didn't believe.
The easiest for any team to successfully pull off and rescue. Snook in the smoke. She's up close. The surprise party awaiting them. And Sarah is the first to
the spike as well.
Rescue. Well,
that's unlucky.
A straight spam through the smoke for Jolina gets it.
Side.
And Smurfette might be able.
Do they know?
It's there. It's waiting. I don't think she's going to get past for free with players already here, but she knows that. She hears that turret. Regardless of what way it's pointed, she's not going to risk it. But sticking in the corner, this could have value to it. They're worried about it, but not checking it up first. That's a free kill for Smurfette. She's going to try to get out. Surely, she's going back. No, she's going forward, taking all the fight.
Oh my god.
2 double digits secured for GX.
It's going to have to be the fade back. 40 seconds. That buys time for a rotation. Rescue now in position as well, and a double back at this stage would leave them very late on time and without information. Sarah's lurk could be everything, though. There's not a lot of utility.
Sure
I don't think
about
there's anything watching this other than
you die there, give me one more weapon.
25 seconds for them to make the move, and already Vanya's caught one. That lurk needs to be quicker, and in fact, they're losing their lives. Every single player falls. And what the lurk is now too little, too late.
Why is KO flanking?
Managed to find all 5 kills. This round is going to go the way of G2, and now she's been spotted.
What a throw, man!
Of surprise.
What is this round?
Too late to the party. A pay save card, thrifty for G2. They are so good at using those to effect, and now GX are going to try and respond in turn. It's going to be a trade, but it's an easy revival.
Yeah, of all the players to take down, I suppose there was a beam showing exactly where they are. Play around the smoke from Petra. She's being surrounded up top, down below, nowhere to go. Rescue at least pulls back the kills in their favor, and that's Smurfette falling. But it's still the disadvantage for the defensive side on the retake, and the lurk is going to take a century to get here. Not only that, but the trap waiting as well. Don't see an easy way out of this one.
Oh, especially with the operator of Rescue, you almost need someone to make a mistake. The utility not the best either, but it's gone well. Vanya start things off strong. The second not quite going her way. It will be traded out eventually, and now Mimi needs to strike, and she gets nothing for it. It'll be left all onto Rescue. She's going to try and bait them in, but she's been stunned up in the end. It will be an immediate response from GX. 11 rounds on the board now when it comes to Abyss.
Yo, that's beautiful.
They're just 2 away from making this series competitive.
Give it to me.
I'm
gonna do it. Good guy, cameraman.
I think there was even a happy birthday one there as well.
Going into this stage, Smurfette is looking to just charge, running straight in, and I don't know how to survive that long. Rescue was behind her, but there's trades back in response. Both duelists having impact. We sit in a 3v3. Amy, though, not a gun of choice.
Why not, Tom? I mean, on a site like this, retaking, it's I can see no reason not to use the Bucky, other than the range and how open the map is. You got to come from a high position. out into a wide open angle. Plus,
Okay.
so at least there's a weapon going to be there to be retrieved. Nice shot by Petra. I thought this round was done, especially with the bookie, but now it might
never
just
done.
be up for grabs yet again.
EMEA with the worst weapon in the game.
Running low, and Sarah causing problems. It's all left onto Petra. She snuck up close, but Sarah's more than ready for that fight.
Okay, man.
12 rounds, now locked in. And the 3-0 dream for G2 is fading.
I think their leader in Smurfette has made sure that it's not allowed to be that way, winning some rounds off her own individual brilliance, and already
That's GG! It's over! Not 3-0 this time, bro.
Making it 3, and now Mimi and Vanya, 2 players with vast experience,
We've got a series.
talent within this game, have an impossible task.
Well,
What is it,
game
Jinx?
with the objective of fighting fire
No.
with fire.
Impossible, bro.
And,
I have
well,
it too.
they've come out unscathed by the looks of it. It's G2 with that 3-0 dream that comes crumbling down.
Okay.
GX, 1 kill away, a fraction of a health bar.
Next
away
map
from
is
taking
bind.
us
Yo,
across
G2
the
is pretty
line,
good there.
Finding their map
GG.
win and guaranteeing us at least 1 more. Haven will be the next map, and thanks to GX, we'll be going there after the break.
I'm confused. I thought the next map was bind.
Seen them play it once this year.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of data to go on, but
I like
I
Haven.
don't think that was them specifically avoiding this map. I think it's that a lot of people probably didn't want to play it versus them. Either way, it is that attack.
I think the
side
decider is
style
bind
GX.
then.
We'll see if they've got the
final
record,
one.
because they'd never won.
Yo, it could
an
be like
event before today. And
the
they
grand finals of Ascension
Well, they've
Pacific,
set the
bro.
record straight, that's for sure. G2 ready to go for the retake, mostly in from top heaven. It's going to be a waterfall. Let's see if GX can put a stop to
Rescue's going
this.
flying.
Immediately Rescue's in.
Oh my god!
Deep for control, but the
Okay.
fight back from GX is significant. Damage done to Sarah, but players still tucked in. And another coming up short just now. Miori will be here to help out.
Yo, that was nice.
Top 1, but that's all that can be done. because
GX
Sarah's
looking
here to
good, my
close out
friends.
The round. 1-0. All 3 angles are now wide open, so they go back to
Alright.
clear them out. Both pistols from GX are the ones waiting around here and looking for these opportunities. The thing is, they got to get some kills. Even if both of you go down, it's okay economically, but if you don't get kills as a result, then the numbers are still there, and the pistols can take.
How is that possible?
And they can even win them. Miori finds one, a desperate attempt from GX to find
Oh
something
my
to
god,
fall back on.
GX. You cannot
But
lose
this
rounds
is
like this
alone.
against this team, my
1
friend.
against 4, damage done, sure, but in a round like this, I don't give a damn.
Sucks to lose this round, bro. Sucks to lose this round, especially in the grand finals. It's gonna destroy your momentum.
I was looking up the stat
Nice,
line.
gotta win this.
6
How? I don't
pistol
know.
rounds in a row. The first one went the way of G2. Second rounds, however, I do wonder if that's about to change. It is Ness in a clutch. Weapons have been retrieved. I would be just as surprised at G2 winning this round at the beginning as I will be if Ness manages to clutch this one out. But multiple low HP players coming all from the same position. Aftershock going both ways, and Petra
Okay, they know.
will have heard the steps. Knows exactly where her opponent is
Oh
coming
my
from,
god,
and even
got
tags her
dicked.
up. Now it's an even
No
playing
chance for
field.
her,
No
man.
hope for Ness.
That's great for G2 though.
Ultimate in play, it would be quite
Sounds
a risk
nice.
to try and do anything off the back of this.
I mean, she had to give up the space because Garage was open. And
She's still there.
pushed in
She's
the
just
back,
got
but
through.
Oh my.
Not giving up the space when you really
Time.
think she would. Going out, fighting, and no one's
Yo,
covering
Rescue?
it. 8 seconds.
You're so
They
good.
need that plan to come in here and now. Rescue. Oh, she could have stopped it. That kill might have won the round, but instead, it's left them in a 3v3. Everybody rifles up, ready to fight, and Spawn is the target. No utility for Ness. It's going to be dry peaks, and in fact, G2 are a little bit too quick. By the time Ness comes in, they're already gone. Straight through to the site. Miori grabs the one, and a long player on their way. Petra needs to swing and provide that cover halfway. At least a fuse partially, but Ness is there. Coming in from behind to close this one out.
Mimi is waiting. She doesn't have a whole lot of support. Amy is there.
Right there.
And there is a rolling thunder put in, though. That's going to cause problems with, well, players ready for the retake, forced into it, but now here they come. Flash just about caught Amy. She's able to react in time. Once
Hello.
the line fades away, not able to grab more. Hunter's Fury finding its mark for a little bit. GX got a response of their own. Lockdown's being put into play. The drone just now
have to
seeing
respect
a
them.
few of them falling back, but there's nothing they can do. respecting it is the only call. You're right, and having used that Hunter's Fury earlier, that's what makes up your mind.
It's the perfect time. It gives you an actual chance to get into post-plant scenarios, which a lot of the time G2 don't allow. Think about how quick Rescue normally is into this site. In fact, she's already dead for a minute.
Petra.
It's a 2-for-1 though.
So lucky.
Petra sneaks past the stun.
So good.
And because of that, it's all left onto Ness. She's been good in clutches before, but this would have to be one of the best. Already diffusing under her nose. And while it's already half, there'll be plenty of time with the trade coming in. Look at where Miori's managed to get to. It seems like they're aware of it.
Nice shot.
In the backlines, just causing a dilemma for the remaining players walking into this A site. The spike's going that way. That's actually where the stack-up is.
It's gonna die.
Teammate has managed to get into the spawn. You're gonna be bemused.
Oh my God.
Miori's just looking to take over this one.
What's happening?
A second kill already, a rifle retrieved, and the remaining players are somewhat trapped within this A site. We've always spoken about these low buy rounds going one way and one way only, but it looks like the later this series go, the more GX wants to flip that script.
What can she do?
Maybe the fatigue kicks in for G2.
Oh, that was nice.
Nice shots by Amy.
As a matter of fact, Miori are low HP. Winning for G2. Why is it though?
Attackers. Now this is wise. G2 realize all the space they've given up, everything that they've lost.
Okay, Petra is fast on the flank.
Spawn, probably a flanker. So instead, they send their players out to other directions.
Yeah,
and you lose.
I think that's round.
So this causes problems.
It's her, the legend.
Sure, they don't seem to currently suspect her to be coming from long, but once you clear spawn and garage is yours, there's not really many other places that you need to worry about. 2 spotting towards B. But they're soon to see just where Petra is, and, well, this is going to give it away. Yeah.
You can understand that you've not seen anyone on the site. You expect there's only a couple of places they could be, unfortunately.
Big round.
Smurfette still lurking within
8, my favorite number.
And those risks have really paid off. Also, just on an individual basis. We mentioned last map, we saw probably the best of Ness and Smurfette, where you throw Miori in the mix. And this starts to look possible. This round, it's done.
Well, you've done it now.
Yeah, bro.
We've seen this many times. G2 with a disadvantage going into a retake and they win. We've seen it many times. G2 going into a retake or just a round with pistols and they win. And it makes me worried because I know this story. I'm all too familiar with it. Amy has got a double to start with.
Yo, so good.
Competitive once more. In fact, a rolling thunder committed.
Still hard though.
Dodge, not by Vanya.
Yo, drop the Venom. Play with Sheriff.
Smoke goes down. They're ready to start this to tap. Stun, but
oh my God, not again, right?
To deny this for sure. There's a protector.
Ace. Cover me.
The smoke gets nothing. And with Amy's ace.
Amy, you are the best. Holy shit.
I've seen this story 1,000 times. A tale as old as GC itself. They've done it again.
Insane.
Amy has just pulled off a ridiculous round.
Yo, that was beautiful.
I think, right?
How is it?
Man, she won with 5 then. And protected the cover.
She's being caught by utility, dodging pop flashes, and just every single shot put in front of her landing. I guess when you get the first 3 and your Vanya diffusing, you're going, she's going to hit these, I'll just stick it all the way. But even still, with 4 sheriffs, yeah, rolling thunder versus 5 with rifles. That's a round that should never ever.
Yo, Miori playing so good on the snap.
No, Miori is causing them issues.
Well, Amy's looking
Do whatever she wants, no?
already taking out Smurf.
Amy, so confident now. Just got an ace.
On the left, a fight on the
Come at me.
Amy holding strong, a triple kill. That's 8 kills before they could eventually take her down right at the end of the half as well, injecting life into this roster. And Vanya manages to see the spike retrieve. The flank out from Rescue is perfect.
She's so good, man. Everyone on this team is actually incredible.
She wants a trophy to her name as well, and it's still going. Another kill alongside Petra.
Jolene low HP.
Not a whole lot.
Yo, 75 here for G2 is pretty good.
Again, looking like a lead in the
if they win the pistol, I call GG.
Of I think every single map we've seen thus far. And that story doesn't.
And 7 rounds on their defensive side, and now it's time to mount the attack, making their way to the A site, and well, it seems like they've got intent behind that. Rescue with 2 quick kills. Damage has been traded out, but there is no notion of stopping. 3 under her belt, and the site secured. She's stepping in the smoke for more.
What's happening? Another ace?
Of what Amy put down in the last map, the last half. Maybe she's got an ace of her own.
At this stage, it would be wrong not to go for it.
Go for it.
You'll get an orb either way and still have 4 teammates to try and hold true.
They're gonna get the
Paranoia is set up as
Get ace, get ace, get ace, get ace. My ace.
For that final frag, he hit the dig, gets the ace as well. We hadn't seen one yet throughout this series. Now, in a
Yo, that's
space of
beautiful.
4 rounds,
Ace.
we see 2
Her
for the
first land.
G2.
Grand finals. Possibly last map. Look at the trophy.
It's not great, is it?
No.
Talk about momentum.
The support she puts in on that Omen as well. And Rescue, the wind is in her sails at this stage. That is literally of all the players in the server that you wanted to get 9 kills in 2 rounds, that was the last. Because she's not going to want to stop.
Double digits on the cards.
Oh, the flash.
Some weaknesses, but it doesn't look like it to start with. Rescue popping that ultimate earned.
Yeah, this could be it, man.
And now the site is theirs.
Far victory.
Advantage rifles upgraded too. This
It
is
wouldn't be bad for this save, no? I think actually, I would save at this. I would go for the save, honestly. Because if you lose here, man,
3 players standing.
it's the game.
You have a bit of utility to try and throw to get into the round. A lot of flashes. That's the major sort of benefit of the comp they're
Oh my
running.
god.
The Rescue, well, 5 in the pistol.
Like this is, it was, this is over, bro.
And looking for a little bit more.
Not gonna lie, this is over.
She sees Ness going on that hunt. Her Turkish counterpart will finally put her down.
Yo, Rescue is from Turkey. I didn't know that.
Poetic, but
That explains why she's so good.
what a terrifying force this young Turkish duelist is.
And playing in front of the home crowd.
Yes, well, what can you do against Rescue when she's on form like that? And the
Just
answers,
should go to
they
mom.
don't come quickly.
Well, yeah, home.
That's for sure.
The foot players are there in full force, but this needs to be the best they've ever done. Like it needs to be something that
Hero rifle on
most, if
Smurfette.
not all teams have failed. It needs to be a step up round, and Smurfette.
What just happened?
To take over. We spoke about multi
fuck was that?
the opposing side.
Okay.
Rifle.
There's game.
Pay safe card thrifty.
G2 still have rifles.
Yo, Smurfette is doing it again.
Leader, you watch your IGL do something like that.
Oh, the
That's where
timing.
you start to
Crazy
question.
timing.
She's not stopping, but it's not a connection. Doesn't
Oh my
hit the
God.
first bullet. And now maybe you get to watch what happens on the other side.
Yeah,
An
this
immediate
2
shutdown
kills.
of 2 players. A good
You're
response
not-
from Ness, but she
I'm
holds
not
for a
giving the
little bit
skills, my
more.
friend.
Needs to be careful.
Yeah, but that was so
Doesn't
confident
end
by
up being
Smurfette.
her undoing. As the man advantage does still sit with G2.
Overconfident, maybe.
Sarah was going for the push. But they're worried now that they might go back to the A site, so she stops. That means the flank
Good
won't be
flash.
here quite on time. And despite a good flash, there's no follow-up, there's no kill. Amy still alive on the site. Jolena desperately trying to thin the herd, but can't get it done. Now it is Sarah. The rotation finally
No
coming
money,
through.
Sarah.
It's a garage play, and it's not
We gotta
off
try,
the
right?
guard. Now they know where she is, and the trap makes it even worse. 11 rounds on the board for G2. A gap of 5. And only 2 needed to close out this series.
Oh, you can die here,
In
sir.
the mix
Oof.
as well. It's not a combination that you normally see. And unfortunately, one of the weaker weapons is under pressure right now.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh, Sarah doing some good damage there, and the stun is good. The snake bite will get it across the line. But
Okay, okay. Private Trey.
quick shutdown. Back and forth we go. The site control held onto by Ness. But there's players all around her. Got a gap in the smoke.
Sweet.
Doesn't hit the shot. The stun lands, and so do the bullets in return. A flash attempt. The Smurfette sent the decoy.
Bucky.
Tried to delay.
From
them.
Yari.
Has done exactly that. Problem is, yeah, we look at
I don't know,
Yari and the
man. What can they
weaponry
do? This is the
disadvantage.
worst
The discrepancy
where we
between the
take,
two
bro.
is pretty staggering. I think Smurfette, if it wasn't so late in the game, maybe you want to get out of here with that off. But there's a
I mean the
pick.
best.
Now you're
I
gonna
mean the
go
best
for it.
weapons. No,
Bucky
no, no.
gets
No
close, but
shit.
doesn't land, and Smurfette sends it anyways. A nice try.
That's game, my friends. D2
Quite close
did it again.
12 to 6.
Is that an ad?
Attempt to at least sell a C split, but I don't think they're going to go for one. Sure, the spike steps in, the flash goes out, but then so too do the players. Out of garage and back towards the B site. Now thinned out a little bit. And Miori, the only player close, is caught behind a smoke. They should grab a plant out of this. That's Hunter's Fury committed? I didn't think they'd go for it. With Sarah down, hey, they've got the advantage whether it hits or not.
Yeah, I think it guarantees them the plant. And might just guarantee them the game.
That's it, that's it. The best team in the world, my friends.
All that stands in their way from what seemed like an inevitable victory. They know exactly where that last player is, just waiting patiently. Petra
was a good final, was a good final.
GG! G2! Whoever doubted it? They came in as the favorites, a single map lost in the entire stage up until this final. GX managed to make them bleed, but that is all.
Yo, bleed is out, bro.
They wiped off their wounds, they continued their way forward, and in the end, with a couple of aces, a few multi-frags to boot, that trophy always belonged to them.
It did, and after all the years, the legacy that G2 have built in Game Changers, it only feels right that it's going to be them to take that first EMEA trophy. They put in the work.
We go back to our champions. We see G2 once again, VCT Game Changers, EMEA champions. There was never any doubt that this team was going to be lifting this trophy in the end. And finally, in EMEA, they have got one. Congratulations to G2 Gozen. They have won it once again.
They came, they saw, and they conquered.